Amanda. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to hang out with me. Today's video, I am sharing with you my March Shop My Stash. I am very excited. This bag is completely filled to the top. Probably went crazy yet again, putting way too many items in. I do have some products rolling over from February as well. Slightly overwhelmed, but then again, it's a great way for me to rotate in and out some of these products and figure out if they're worthwhile keeping in my collection. And I also plan on doing a recap at the end of the month, how these products worked out for me. You guys really enjoyed that for February, so that's something I definitely want to keep moving forward. My Shop My Stash playlist will be linked to watch previous Shop My Stashes. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and give this video a like. Let's get into it. I still haven't gotten around testing out all the products that I received from my January boxes, so that's where a good handful of some of these products are coming from, like these brushes that I received in my Glitz Glam, and they're falling out right now. This is from the brand La Beauté Sol, and this is what the brushes look like. There's a nice mixture between eye and face brushes, and I figured a Shop My Stash would be a good opportunity to try out these brushes. Plus, I'm constantly having to clean my brushes, which is good and bad. It's good because I need to get clean, but it's bad because I can accumulate them really fast. And these are just so pretty, and I think that's why I haven't wanted to use them yet, to ruin their prettiness. If they clean nice like the Ferrero ones, that shouldn't be any problems. Hopefully these work out for me, and I would hate to see any of these get decluttered because they are just so pretty. And I love this case. Pink, purple, even though I'm kind of getting burnt out on those colors. Excuse the eye look as I make that comment. I chose out 3 eyeshadow palettes. I got Mini Breaker in my Jeffree Star mystery boxes. Again, pink and purple, but this palette has been out for some time now. I'm surprised I didn't have this in my collection sooner. I mainly just grabbed this because I haven't even swatched it yet, and I felt like these shades were nice and bright to kick off spring. But I also threw in some neutral palettes. I have the chocolate palettes by Juvia. I think I can get a lot of everyday use out of this palette. I was hesitant on buying the nudes palette because I don't see myself ever reaching for this, but I really like the shimmer shades. I felt like those could be maybe nice as highlighters, possibly. Inner corners, definitely. Also picked up berries and the violet ones as well. I haven't touched those yet either, but I'm more drawn to color these days. I figured if I'm gonna have these nude ones, they better be used sooner rather than later. Otherwise, they'll probably just collect dust, just like a lot of these products have in my collection. I pulled out 3 different products for primer. Since we're in that awkward phase of it's still really cold in the morning, but it's being warmer throughout the day, I still think I need like almost a second layer of hydration when it comes to priming. So I grabbed my Gerard Cosmetics Mystified. I like to use this before I go in with an actual primer, kind of like how I use my Pixie Milky Mist. I have this new primer from Wet n Wild. It is the Photo Focus Water Drop Primer, and it does smell like coconuts. I used it once or twice before the Shop My Stash. It's pretty good. I just felt like where the product is dispensed, it's just a little bit too big. A lot of product did come out and I felt super wasteful. And then I have the Farsali Liquid Glass. We got this in a Boxy Premium. I haven't really had much luck with Farsali products. I don't really see the hype of it. Just because something doesn't work out for me doesn't mean stop using it, but I just wanted to maybe play around with it a little bit more. I think it might work well in combination with my Paula's Choice exfoliator, so that's why I threw it into the rotation to see if it's worthwhile keeping or should I declutter it. I'd hate to declutter it because it is expensive, but if it's not working, why should I keep it around? As I mentioned, we are transitioning to March. It's going to be a little bit warmer, which means tanner. I pulled out the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. It's a little bit more hydrating for me too, even though it's on the more full coverage side. This doesn't dry me out at all. It's also a good in-between shade for me as I do tan throughout the year. And then I picked out my MAC Mineral Skin Finish Face Powder. I gotta admit, this is probably a lot older. It should be decluttered, but there's nothing growing. I just wanted to put it in the rotation to see if it still performs really well, or is it time to break ways with it. It used to be my end-all be-all powder until along came Laura Geller. But I also chose a loose powder to set because I have concealer. This is the NYX Born to Glow concealer. I did test this out. The foundation I had was super light, so I didn't really get to see any concealing purposes, so I figured that the foundation I have might complement it a little bit more. And then I chose out the Becca Hydra Mist powder. We got this in BOXYCHARM. I have made a little bit of progress in it, but I'm afraid that it's been sitting around too much, that the wet effect might not be there anymore, because I really like this concept of it, having dry skin, and it just felt really nice and refreshing as opposed to feeling super dried out. I chose out 2 bronzers. I chose my number 7 7 bronzer. This bronzer is so underrated and it has slightly hard pan on me, which is super sad. It's a really great bronzing shade for me, essentially anytime you're around, because it goes on really light but it builds up super nice. And this is like the only number 7 product I really have tried. Bought it online at Target one day, just looking at makeup, and I was like, oh, why haven't I seen this before? One of my favorite bronzers, it's by The Balm, and this is the shade Thomas. So nice, so underrated. I know it's a tiny pan because I got it in an IPSY Glam bag. This is just like one of my favorite bronzing shades I have ever used. So I feel like these two will complement each other nice. I have this Medusa's Makeup Blush. This was my replacement in my Glow Addict. I originally received a hot pink and it shattered, but I think I like this shade a little bit more. It's on the peachier side. It just has a satin finish, which isn't my favorite in blush, but I can still make it work. And then we received this single Lolita eyeshadow in Boxy Premium by KVD. I want to use it as a blush. That's the primary reason why I pulled it out, and if it doesn't work out, it'll probably get decluttered. Because I don't really use single eyeshadows. That one's just so bulky. Another product from The Balm, I have the Priming Is Everything. I really enjoy this. I just hate the packaging, so I feel like it's drying out super quick. I want to be able to make good progress on this before it kind of loses its effects. And if that wasn't enough, I pulled out the Sigma Chroma Glow. I got this in my Bijou Beauty box, and I just felt like there's just so many beautiful highlighting shades in here. Probably not lush, almost too orange for me. I think everything else will get a lot of use out of it. Zeal and Felicity are definitely on the pastel side, and with Easter and spring, I think that those colors are going to get so much use out of it. But if I want a more everyday highlighter, I think Ambrosia and Peaceful definitely cater to that. I have 2 setting sprays. I have the Farsali one. I don't like how this is dispensed. I do enjoy like the gold specks, even though I don't think gold really does anything for your face. But a setting spray I have really been enjoying is the Wander Beauty one. I know, right? At first, I thought that this dispenser was going to be a little terrifying. It is actually really, really close to perfection in my opinion. I was so happy I picked this up during Boxy pop-up. I had faith that Wander Beauty wouldn't screw up a setting spray. Farsali managed to. I just don't like how this dispenses at all. It's too aggressive. I just don't like the spray radius of this at all. I feel like I have to like spray this one 15 times to get my whole face set, where I can spray half of that and get my face set, and my face will actually feel set with this, while my face will feel drenched like if I just got rained on. I think like the droplet size is also too big on this dispenser, where this is a little bit more mistier and refined. I think I meant to put my Lancome XL Booster in my project pan, but it ended up in my March Shop My Stash. So here it is in the wrong video, but it's okay. It will get used either way. And then my Tarte Big Ego Mascara. I think this one is on its last leg. It just hasn't been performing that well, and I think it's drying out a little bit, which makes me super sad. That was kind of quick. I feel like I didn't get that much use out of it. And then I pulled out 3 eyeliners. I have my Douche eyeliner. Like the Tarte mascara, it's on its last leg. And then for the waterline, I have the Easy on the Eyes by Tarte. This is super creamy, and I like that it's retractable. And then I got the St. Lux pencil in Boxy Premium. I'm a little nervous for this because it actually did hurt my hand, so I feel like it's going to be a little bit painful on my waterline. And I have 2 other ones of these, so I wanted to use this black one as a tester if it's going to stay in the collection or not. I already have really watery eyes as it is. I don't need a pencil that irritates them. I guess I just wanted to have 4 different lip products. I have the Nature's Cartel. This is the shade Gin and Platonic. I have mixed feelings about this lipstick. It swatched super creamy, but on the lips it was super drying. It's a really nice shade. My lips are just way too dried out using it the one time. And then I have ColourPop's Hello Stranger. Even though spring is around the corner, I still needed a vampy shade. Doesn't matter what time of the year. And then I have a lip stain from Manna Kadar. This is the shade Lip Whip Hope, and it's just a really good, almost rosy nude for me. I only used it once, and I figured I need to keep it in a rotation, otherwise I'm gonna forget about it or it's just going to get decluttered. It's on the drier side, but it's not too drying. I have 2 of these liquid lipsticks by the brand Queeve. This is the shade Thick Skin. What's the other one? It's definitely on the mauvier side. It's in my February rotation pile, but I really like the formula. I just don't know if this shade is gonna work out for me. It's definitely on the nudier side, so I might need a lip liner or a gloss to complement it. But wait, there's more. I have a handful of products that I had in my original February Shop My Stash that did not get used, so they're being rolled over to March. One eye palette is the Aesthetica Be Bold, and I felt like maybe with these brighter shades it will get some use with spring. That seems to be a common theme with some of these products in here. Because of spring, that's why this one made it in. And then my Tarte foundation powder that hasn't been used. So if the MAC one isn't performing, I have this one, or vice versa. They're both pretty old. Yikes. And then the Space Case highlighter. I've heard a lot of good things about this, so we're gonna try it as a highlighter or an inner corner something. A ton of brow products. I have Precisely My Brow, the Brow Gal, and It Brow, and then I have the Brow Gal Instant Brow Hair, which is like the ColourPop tinted brow gel, and then of course ABH clear brow gels to set, and then Urban Decay Potion Primer because we just need one. And if the balm one starts taking a dump, I have another eye primer as a backup. I have a lot of eyeliner because I just realized that the Milani Super Kohl is in here too. I think that and the Tarte one are both super nice. I think that if you want a more drugstore affordable option, the Milani one wouldn't be a bad option to go with as opposed to paying double the price for Tarte. And then two glosses. I have this beautiful one from Glamlight. I don't know the name, but it's nice and hot pink for spring. And then a more nude lip gloss. This is the shade Pouty Princess from Gerard Cosmetics. I know I kind of just went through really fast of all the items I have. So if you can't tell, I am super excited just to dive on in and test out all these products, and I hope that these work out. I'm a little bit nervous for some of them because I have a feeling some might just get decluttered sooner rather than later. I'm gonna try not and declutter the Farsali, not because it's Farsali, but because it is a setting spray and I go through setting spray so much. It's just I don't like this dispenser. I think with like the gold specs in it, it's gonna be a little bit more challenging to transfer over into a different container because I'm almost panned my MAC Fix, and maybe the glass helps these gold specks float a little as opposed to plastic, so that's my only hesitant on transferring. But who would have thought Wander Beauty would have had a second product that I really like? I feel like I'm gonna have a rolling Shop My Stash throughout the year because it's gonna be really hard to test out every single product and use it consistently to get a good gauge on a review, especially with a new month starting. That means a whole batch of boxes are gonna be coming at me with new products as well. But I would love to know if you guys shop your own stash and what products do you have currently in your rotation. What were some of your favorite brands or products that I chose out for March? And if you have any of these products, how did they work out for you? Are they still in your collection or did you declutter them? And if you have any tips on making some of these products work, definitely let me know in the comments. And I hope you guys are excited about the monthly recap, and I hope you guys find it useful hearing a month-long review using these products. I'm very excited for the rotation. It's making me excited about makeup and not just using the same products over and over again. I know that can get a little tiring like my project pan, but I think having a project pan and Shop My Stash coincide together has really helped me get motivated using and getting through some of these products. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and if you don't, I appreciate your view anyways, and I'll see you in the next video.